how to prepare yourself for medical acceptance in college. So, you want to go to medical school and become a doctor. Fantastic. It's a wonderful profession, but not easy to join. You need 1. High grades in medical school prerequisites as well as in classes not directly related to medicine. 2. A competitive MCAT. 3. Clinical exposure with patient contact. 4. Evidence of dedication to service through service in a non-clinical setting. 5. For research-oriented programs, you need to have made a serious commitment to research, preferably with either presentations or publications. For more clinically oriented programs, research might be a nice to have, but it's definitely not required at all. 6. You're going to need letters of recommendation. 7. You're going to need to make time. And this is something not usually included in this kind of list, but I think is really important. You need to make time to do something that you enjoy and that is not part of preparing for medical school. And 8, you'll need to decide to take a gap year or not. I'm going to give you tips on how and when to go about each of these tasks. My assumption will be that you are viewing these videos 2 to 4 years before you plan to apply. In other words, you plan to apply to medical school either immediately after college or within 2 to 4 years of graduation. If you are out of college when you view these videos, you will probably need 2 to 4 years, perhaps for a post-bac program or for a do-it-yourself post-bac program for career changers, to become a strong candidate. If you decide on applying to medical school while in college, but later than your sophomore year, a gap year or 2 will probably make the process more viable and also make life more enjoyable. In fact, even if you are committed to medical school as a freshman, don't automatically ignore or reject the possibility of a gap year or 2. More on that later in this series. A word about me and my qualifications to provide this advice. I've been a med school admissions consultant for 30 years. I've conducted 100 interviews with med school admissions directors and deans for the Admissions Straight Talk podcast. And I'm going to bring all that experience to bear on this series. I'm also going to provide to-dos and don't-dos. Let's start with the first task on my list, getting good grades and selecting your courses, which is the subject of the next video.